On April 19th, 2026, the atmospheric tranquility of northern Thailand was shattered as a violent summer storm, characterized by snow-like hail and hurricane-force winds, swept through Chiang Mai Province. The event, which meteorologists are calling one of the most intense pre-monsoon disturbances in a decade, left a trail of destruction across several districts, most notably in the highlands of Phang and the metropolitan area of Moyang Chiang Mai. The day began with oppressive heat, a hallmark of the Thai summer, with temperatures peaking at 41 degrees Celsius by 2 p.m. However, by 3:30 p.m., the Department of Meteorology, TMD, issued an emergency red zone warning as a high-pressure system from China collided with the humid air mass hovering over the northern valleys. Within minutes, the bright afternoon sun was swallowed by massive cumulonimbus clouds. Residents reported a sudden, eerie drop in temperature, followed by a deafening roar, the sound of millions of ice pellets hitting the parched earth. The most visual impact occurred at Doi Ang Khang in the Fang District. This high-altitude region was transformed into a winter landscape in less than 30 minutes. Photographs shared by local villagers and tourists showed roads, strawberry fields, and cherry blossom trees covered in a layer of hail so thick it resembled a heavy snowfall. "I have lived here for 60 years, and I have never seen the ice stay on the ground like this," said Somchai, a local tea farmer. It wasn't just rain. It was like the sky was falling. The hailstones were the size of lime fruits. While the visual was stunning, the reality for farmers was grim. The Department of Agriculture Extension is currently surveying the damage, with preliminary reports suggesting that over 2,000 RAI, approximately 800 acres, of temperate crops, including strawberries and peaches, have been completely ruined by the physical impact of the hail. Down in the Chiang Mai City Basin, the storm manifested as a microburst. Winds exceeding 90 kilometers per hour toppled century-old rain trees along the Chiang Mai-Lamphun Road. The Provincial Electricity Authority, PEA, reported that falling trees snapped power lines in the Mae Rim and Hangdong districts, leaving over 15,000 households without electricity for more than 10 hours. At least 450 homes reported roof damage. The high-velocity hail pierced corrugated iron sheets and shattered glass windows in several shopping malls. Although the storm was brief, the sheer volume of water overwhelmed the city's drainage system, causing wait-to-drain floods of 30 to 50 centimeters on Nakhon Road and around the Old City Moat. The governor of Chiang Mai declared a temporary disaster zone in 8 sub-districts to expedite the release of emergency funds. The Disaster Prevention and Mitigation (DDPM) teams worked throughout the night of April 19th to clear debris from major thoroughfares. "Our priority is restoring the power grid and ensuring the safety of those whose homes are no longer weather-tight," the governor stated during a press briefing at the provincial hall. "We are also bracing for the secondary risk of flash floods and landslides in the mountainous zones." Climate scientists from Chiang Mai University suggest that the 2026 summer storm season has been intensified by a lingering El Niño Southern Oscillation, ENSO, transition. The extreme heat buildup in the valley creates a chimney effect, sucking in cold air from the north with greater force, leading to more frequent and more violent hail events. While the cleanup from the April 19th storm continues, the TMD has issued a fresh warning for April 24th, 2026. A new cold front is expected to move in, potentially triggering a repeat performance of the weekend's chaos. Residents are urged to reinforce weak roof structures, prune overhanging tree branches near houses, stay indoors and avoid using mobile phones in open areas during lightning. As of today, April 22nd, the Rose of the North is slowly returning to its vibrant self, but the white-covered peaks of Phang serve as a chilling reminder of nature's unpredictable power during the Thai summer. Severe summer storms swept across Thailand's northeast overnight, causing widespread disruption in Surin and Buriram, as heavy rain and powerful winds brought down infrastructure and blocked key transport routes. In Surin, the storm struck late on Friday, April 17th, unleashing torrential rain and violent gusts that toppled multiple high-voltage transmission poles along Highway 226 on the Surin-Sikhoraphum route. The damage occurred between Ban Phama and Ban and Si in Karafat subdistrict, Sikhoraphum, where 115 kilovolt power poles collapsed in large numbers. Initial inspections found the destruction stretched for more than 3 kilometers, with at least 20 poles falling across the road. The debris blocked one traffic lane, forcing motorists to navigate through near-total darkness with extreme caution. The collapse triggered a widespread blackout across the entire district, leaving Sikhoraphum without electricity. The Provincial Electricity Authority, PEA, deployed emergency response teams along with a 30-ton crane to remove fallen poles and begin urgent repairs to the 22 kilovolt distribution system in a bid to restore power as quickly as possible. Highway police and PEA crews are working against the clock to reopen the route and repair the network. However, officials say the scale of the damage means it will take time before the situation returns to normal. Authorities have warned motorists traveling along the Surin Si Songkhram route, particularly on the northern side, to remain highly cautious. They stress the danger of electrical leakage and urge the public not to approach fallen poles or downed cables under any circumstances. People have also been advised to avoid the route unless absolutely necessary and to strictly follow warning signs and signals from highway police while repair work continues. Any incidents involving electrical hazards can be reported to the PEA Contact Center on 1129, which operates 24 hours a day. In a separate incident in Buriram, another summer storm caused major disruption in Nong Ki district in the early hours of Saturday, April 18th. At around 12:27 a.m., strong winds lashed the area, bringing down a large roadside billboard at the intersection of the 4 Singha Road on the Nong Ki to Yoei Prasat route. The structure collapsed across the entire roadway, completely blocking traffic at the junction. Fortunately, no injuries were reported, as the incident occurred during the night when traffic was light. As of 7 a.m., the situation remained critical, with authorities unable to fully reopen the road. Large trucks in particular were unable to pass through or divert, effectively cutting off a key transport route. Officials have since mobilized heavy machinery to cut and remove the debris from the road surface, working urgently to restore traffic flow as soon as possible. The back-to-back incidents highlight the growing impact of summer storms across the region, with authorities continuing to urge the public to remain vigilant and prioritize safety as volatile weather conditions persist. Meanwhile, in the northeast, a severe storm caused the structure of a shelter on Platform 2 at the Nakhon Ratchasima Railway Station to collapse at 7:05 p.m. Though no injuries were reported, the collapse of the pillars and roof, about 5 meters high and 70 meters long, took place before the eyes of passengers waiting to board trains bound for Bangkok. The debris toppled onto the tracks, making platforms 2 and 3 unusable, while platforms 1, 4, and 5 are available on Saturday. In Nakhon Phanom, unstable weather with scorching heat exceeding 40 degrees Celsius triggered a summer storm that caused havoc in just 1 hour on Friday, damaging nearly 500 houses across 7 districts: Nong Ki, Renu Nakhon, Pla Pak, Phon Sawan, Muang, Uthen and Si Songkhram. Roofs were torn off, large trees and power poles toppled, and several villages experienced blackouts. More than 20 houses were severely damaged, with some requiring at least 50,000 baht for repairs. In Prachin Buri, strong winds knocked down 24 roadside power poles and transmission towers in Kabin Buri district. 17 low-voltage, 17 kilovolts, concrete poles, and 7 high-voltage, 115 kilovolts, steel structures near the Khok Hom intersection on Suwannasorn Road, or Highway 33. The incident blocked inbound traffic lanes and disrupted the power grid, causing a province-wide blackout for hours. Electricity was restored later Friday night, while officials continued clearing debris into early Saturday. No injuries were reported. At approximately 7:30 p.m., the atmosphere underwent a violent transformation. What started as a distant rumble of thunder quickly escalated into a catastrophic meteorological event that would leave the province in a state of emergency. For nearly 2 hours, a supercell summer storm, characterized by vertical wind shear and a rotating updraft, slammed into Surin and neighboring Buriram. The sheer force of the wind was unprecedented for the region's typical seasonal shifts. In the Sikhoraphum District, the epicenter of the destruction, the sound of the wind was described by locals as a freight train passing through their living rooms. The most visible and devastating impact of the storm was the total failure of the electrical grid. As the winds peaked, a domino effect occurred along Highway 226, the primary artery connecting Surin City to the Sikhoraphum District. "I was driving home when the world just went black," said Mr. Somchai, a local merchant. "The poles fell one by one ahead of me. If I had been driving 10 kilometers faster, I would have been crushed. The sparks were flying like fireworks in the dark." By 9 p.m., the entire Sikhoraphum district was plunged into a total blackout. Communication became difficult as mobile phone towers, lacking backup power or damaged by the wind, began to fail. The highway became a graveyard of debris, forcing local police to barricade the route and redirect traffic through narrow, unlit rural roads, causing massive logistical delays for transport trucks carrying goods across Isan. The timing of the storm coincided with several local community events. In one heart-wrenching instance, a large housewarming celebration, a significant cultural milestone in Thai society, was turned into a scene of chaos. The organizers had set up a massive professional stage, complete with a high-end sound system and lighting rigs. When the storm hit, the scaffolding could not withstand the gusts. The entire stage collapsed in seconds. Fortunately, guests had scrambled for cover inside a concrete structure moments before the collapse, preventing a mass casualty event. However, the financial loss for the family, estimated in the hundreds of thousands of baht, is a bitter pill to swallow amidst a period meant for joy. A massive roadside billboard at the Nong Ki intersection was torn from its foundations, crashing across the road and narrowly missing several vehicles. Climate experts from the Thai Meteorological Department, TMD, explained that this specific storm was the result of a perfect storm of conditions. A high-pressure system from China moved south, clashing violently with the extreme heat that had been building up over Thailand's northern and northeastern regions. Over 200 technicians from neighboring provinces have been deployed to Surin. They are working 24-hour shifts to remove the fallen 20 high-voltage poles and install new ones. Local businesses, particularly those in the cold chain and grocery sectors, report significant losses due to spoiled inventory. The agricultural sector is also assessing damage to rice storage facilities and barns. For the people of Surin, this storm serves as a grim reminder of the increasing volatility of seasonal weather. While the lights are slowly flickering back on, the scars on the landscape of Highway 226 will remain for weeks to come.